Yo, what is going on, Titan Clan? It is your boy King Titan X here, back with another video. And this video, it's basically going to be voiced by Gratify with this real quick, mainly because, just a sort of collab, to be honest. And plus, I don't feel like I am talking right now. Besides that, you guys can enjoy the video from Gratify's perspective.
In the whipping, I'm whipping the soul out it. Chin the tone when I'm flexing like Pilates. Why you frontin', you act like you somebody. Keep a trail in the ville, how I go by. I was stuck in the rut, I was nobody. I've been looking for something to go body. There's an art to the hustle like yo got it. Kick out a kid back and hit like a new shotty. In the whipping, I'm whipping the soul out it. Chin the tone when I'm.
A week passed and Sanko went to the place Kirishima recommended. It was a gym. As he entered, he saw a bunch of different people lifting weights and machinery with their quirks. As he explored the gym, he saw Kirishima there, bench pressing over 1,000 pounds in his hardened form. Hey man, this is the place, right? He asks Kirishima, just for clarification. Kirishima puts the weights back, turns off his hardened mode, and then faces him. Yeah, I was waiting for you. What took you so long? Hearing this, Sanko thought back about one of Mina's cruel tricks, about how she locks him in his room and then hides the key, and he would have to climb out through the window most of the time. You don't want to know, he replied, and Kirishima simply shrugged. Well, doesn't matter. Now you're here, which is all that counts. Follow me. He said this as he left the group of people training behind, with Sanko right behind him. They go to a room with a bunch of machinery there. Here we can train our quirks to our heart's contents. What do you think? He asks Sanko, who just overlooks the place with wonder and astonishment in his eyes. This is amazing, Sanko said, still starstruck, and Kirishima smiled. Well, glad you liked it. I'm even glad I found you when I did. My workout program was to train my quirk. As he said this, he was swaying bullets, but Sanko didn't even seem to hear him. Yo, Earth to Sanko. When he asked this, Sanko just turned to face him with big grin on his face and fires in his eyes. Yup, let's do this, he exclaimed, causing Kirishima to smile back. Alright then. This is how the next few months went, with the two boys going at each other every day, testing the limits of the quirks, with Sanko tossing acid at Kirishima, and Kirishima trying his best to withstand the intensity of each shot with his quirk. But due to the experience, they both became very close friends over these past few months, with Sanko visiting Kirishima's house and Kirishima never visiting Sanko's house, as Sanko didn't want his sister to ever find out about their newfound friendship. But all of this training had all came to head as the entrance exam had arrived. As both Mina and Sanko had left to attempt the UA exam, Sanko was a few minutes late as Mina had purposely entered the crowd and lost him. She was the one with the roadmap to UA, so she was lost. Luckily, he was able to ask for a civilian, and he was able to point him to directly where he needed to go. When he caught up, Mina was there just overlooking the entire school. When she looked back, she saw his brother, and all she just did was groan. Oh, I thought I lost you, she exclaimed, clearly annoyed that Sanko was right behind her. You're not going to lose me that easily, sis. They both stared at each other menacingly until they could hear screaming at the distance. They looked back and saw Kirishima running towards them. It's Kirishima. When she said this, Sanko looked at his sister. She never really acted this way when he was around. Well, he has seen her act this way once, and that was when she was with her friends. Wait, were they already friends from the beginning? Sanko thought to himself. He never really considered the possibility, as he never really, focused much on Kirishima when they were back in middle school. However, if they were friends, then this could actually spell problem. When he was overthinking all of this, he He hadn't even realized that Kirishima had caught him in a headlock. Yo, what's up, Sanku? How have you been, man? Today's a big day! He exclaimed as he rubbed Sanku's head with his knuckles, and Mina's expression turned from sweet to sour. So, he's your friend too, Kirishima? She asked coldly, but it was hidden under a mask of joy, which only Deku was able to see through. Best friend? Why? He asked curiously, and Mina just smiled, but there was something obviously evil behind it. Oh, no reason at all. Just wanted to know. Good luck on your exam, Kirishima, and Sanku. She quickly ran off with Kirishima just completely confused. Sanku, that's your sister, right? Yup. Like, I know that it's your sister, but she was just acting completely weird. Yup. He knew that there was something definitely up with her, but he couldn't put in words. But don't mind her, she's already running in. Let's go. As he was walking though, Kirishima just quickly grabbed him by the collar. Whoa, slow your roll, mister. What happened? Look down. As Sanku looked, he had actually saw that there was a small pothole there. If you hadn't noticed, you would have just tripped and fell on your face. Izuku went to go contemplate until he looked deeper in the hole, but then he saw that it was something that only acid could melt through. He gritted at his teeth, just realizing that even now, Mina still wants to make a fool out of him. Yeah, thanks a lot, Kirishima. Let's go inside. As they had entered inside, they had all written the written part of the exam, and they headed into the hall with the rest of the UA candidates. Sanku sat next to Kirishima, and Mina sat somewhere else, completely far away from them and out of sight. It didn't take long till President Mike came on stage and began to explain everything that they needed to do in order to pass the exam. When they were giving their candidate and hall number, it was then that they realized that both of them weren't going to be on the same hall. Oh, well, that's a bit disappointing. Kirishima said as he was examining the paper. We're not going to be in the same hall. Well, just don't fail on me, okay, Sanku? Only bet on it, dude. They both fist bumped as they both entered their respective halls. As Deku had entered his own, he was completely shocked. As he was looking around, it was almost like a real life city, and he couldn't believe that this was actually just nothing more than its test. If UA had facilities like this, what else do they have? They don't really call it the best hero school in the country without a reason, huh? He whispered to himself, still gawking until he snapped himself out of trance. Right. I still need to do something after all. I can't fail this exam, otherwise Mina is absolutely going to laugh at me for the rest of my life. He began to psych himself out, just getting prepared until they went to go count down to the exam. 3, 2, 1. There are no countdowns in real life. Go! President Mike exclaimed from the microphone, and everyone bolted from the starting point. Everyone was destroying robots left, right, behind, and center. No robot was absolutely safe. The same could be said for Sanku, as with his acid he was easily just melting through the robots. The acid was just going straight through the metal and then heading for the wiring, just instantly disabling it. And as he destroyed that robot, he'll go to another one, and then another one, and another one, and another one, just continually racking up points. Izuku went to go hide in an alleyway, just beginning to catch his breath. Man, this is harder than I thought, Izuku said as he was standing over a nearly defeated 3-pointer. Bet for Kirishima that he's having an easy time being able to harden and all that stuff, but I don't got time to lose. He started to chase after more robots to destroy, but next thing you know, he started to feel the earth rumble around him. He didn't know exactly what was happening, but then, as he looked behind him, he saw something completely horrendous. Something that he knew very well that he could never defeat. Something that was way out of his weight class. It was the 0-pointer. It was massive, destructive, and completely unstoppable. The only thing that was running through Sanko's mind at that very moment was that he had to run, just like every other candidate. His quirk wasn't fitted to destroy this kind of thing. But then, at that moment, he heard a scream, a girl's voice. He turned and they saw someone was completely covered in a bunch of rubble. Whether it was by instinct or pure stupidity, he rushed towards that woman to completely save her. He couldn't allow that robot to crush her. When he went to manage to get there, he was pulling up the rubble of the girl and then trying to help her. Are you okay? Sanko asked as she shook her head. No, my leg, it feels sprained, she told him, completely weak. He looked over and then saw that the 0 point was still coming. He wasn't sure if it was going to stop, but he didn't want to take any chances either. Multiple different scenarios was running throughout Sanko's mind. He couldn't outrun the robot, that he knew for sure, especially if he had to carry her. And it's not like that the robot will absolutely just stop either. So he had a plan. First, he got 2 pieces of rubble. Then, using his pH manipulation, he went to go spread acid over it, but it didn't burn through it. In fact, it could have just stood there like jelly. Okay, so I think this is probably gonna work. He went to go put the 2 slabs of debris on the girl's leg, creating a makeshift splinter. There, that should be able to hold. Come on. He went to go hoist the girl up and then managed to carry her to a sacred spot, somewhere out of the 0 pointer's point of vision, and then he prayed with his absolute might that the robot did not see him. Please don't see us, please don't see us, please don't see us, please don't see us. He kept on whispering, and the girl was just there, completely embarrassed. Thanks for saving me. It was no problem. You seem to be in trouble, right? I couldn't just leave you there, right? He smiled at her, causing the girl to smile back. Well, yeah. A few minutes had passed, and then the 0 pointer was suddenly deactivated. The candidates were absolutely confused until they had announced that the exams were over. Sanko got out of his hidey hole and then helped the girl up to her feet. She was limping, but at least she could stand. I think that there should be some kind of recovery hero for this kind of things. In case anyone got injured. You should probably go and meet that person. Will do, but can you tell me something real quick? Sanko was confused, but he paid attention. Sure, what is it? What's your name? Oh, I'm Sanko. Sanko Ashido. Mina began to smile. Sanko, huh? Well, my name is Ochako. Ochako Uraka. Thanks for helping me. No problem.
And yeah, that's basically it for right now. You guys already know the deal. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out Gratify What If's channel in the description below. Yeah, so with that being said, King Time X out. Even though I barely did anything for this video besides editing, I guess. Barely editing, really. And yeah, that's all I got to say. This was kind of long overdue as well.